Lisa, isn't there a filter on Google as well?
There is.
For searching the Creative Commons?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Actually, let's jump right to that. There's a few different strategies that I want to show you about searching for Creative Commons. But one of them, if we go to Google Images, I'm going to show you the one that Bruce was just talking about right now. Let's actually just search. Hey, Bruce.
Yeah.
What's something that you're interested in that we could look for, an image or a video or something along those lines?
How about telescope?
Telescopes. Ooh, that's something that we've been talking about at our house because there have been lots of the International Space Center, space station keeps going by, and we'd like to see it a little closer. So telescopes, cool things. Okay, so I just Googled it. There's all kinds of information about telescopes, but I want some images on it. And so I'm going to go to Google Images, just hit images. Okay, there's tons of images. This is awesome. I could use any of those, right? But if I'm going to post my stuff online or use it for a school paper or anything like that, I really should give attribution. And the best thing to do here is to get something that's already licensed for use and reuse. So to do that, you have to go into advanced search, which is this little gear here. When you press the gear, you'll see some options, and one of them is advanced search. So in advanced search, what you search for, telescope, is already there, and you can make lots of other choices from there. Some really cool ones that I'm not even going to let you look at right now because you'll get distracted, because I do too. The very last one, though, is usage rights. So you can filter your results by license. Default is not filtered by license. I can filter it by license of free to use or share, free to use or share even commercially, free to use or share or modify, free to use, share, and modify. Free to use, share, or modify even commercially. So Bruce, what is it that you're creating?
Let's say a PowerPoint.
Okay, what are you going to use that PowerPoint for?
For a presentation I'm going to make to my students.
Awesome. So you're not charging money for them to come?
No.
Are you going to post that PowerPoint online anywhere?
Very possibly, yes.
Okay. Now picture that we choose of a telescope. Are you going to want to change that picture or just keep it as is?
Probably keep it as is.
Okay. So we aren't too limited because Bruce really wants to just have a picture.
Right.
Right? He's not making money off of it. He doesn't want to change it. A lot of times our students are going to want to change it. They're going to like turn it into their favorite color and add letters to it and things like that. So we need to be careful. But because of Bruce's answers, I can just say free to use or share. And so that's the least restricted one. And I hit advanced search now, and it's going to search for anything, any telescope pictures that are free to use and share. And on this one, Bruce, thank you so much. That was a great one to search. There are lots of things on here, including the International Space Center. That's cool. To be able to look at. There across the top, there are choices. If I just wanted a clip art one, then I could go to that. Clip art's really cool too because it's really easy to modify. So if you did want kids to be able to change the colors, or they wanted to change the colors, they could go into that. There's a whole separate section just for Hubble, just for the Hubble telescope. So you can choose things there. So that again. Under Google Images, you go to the gear on the right-hand side and you choose Advanced Search. And then scroll down to the bottom to be able to search by license. Yes, ma'am?
In the same way, if I had just chosen one of the telescopes that came up on the first page, and it's probably copyrighted, and I would make a reference and do an internal citation, do you need to do the same thing if it's Creative Commons?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we're going to get to that in just a few minutes about how you do that. Okay, great question. Yeah, so I still, even if I pick one that's Creative Commons licensed, I still have to give that attribution. I have to show where I got it from.
Probably has a little first. Okay.
Yeah, a byline, and then these little images, those icons that we saw, those 6 different combinations of icons that we saw in the video. Great question. And let's just pick one. I'm going to pick a clip art one, Bruce. I don't know that you'd want a clip art one specifically,
Sometimes,
but
yeah.
sometimes. Do you want it black and white or color?
Let's say color.
Okay, I'm going to pick there's this really cute one that's got the moon in the lens of it and some stars behind it. So I'm going to go to that, and I could just view the image, but if I view image, it's not going to tell me what kind of copyright information is there. I do know that it is share alike already, so now I can see this in context. The piece that goes with this, and the reason why I wanted to take you straight to a picture too, if your students don't find an image that they like, which is very possible, because again, not everything's tagged Creative Commons, they can still go to a picture and find that it is Creative Commons licensed. So sometimes you have to go to that site and look at that picture and see what licensing is there, and they could still use it under copyright rules, copyright laws, because it's still, for educational purposes, they're not selling it, but they can't make changes to it legally, ethically, if it is copyrighted and not Creative Commons copyrighted. So that is one tool. You heard about another one that was on that video is the search.creativecommons.com, I believe. And then for pictures specifically, you can go to, this is on, you know what, I need to close a few tabs so that, on the resources at the bottom of that, the webpage that I gave you, there's Wikimedia is a website that you can go to, and it even gives you the tags and how to cite the source directly. And I don't have, Megan, what did you just say? You had said, Flickr, yeah, which I don't know why I don't have that linked here.
When I went to the Creative Commons website, on that homepage it says explore.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you say find CC license work, it has the list of
All those, oh great.
It has the searches that
Great.
have it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to that really quickly because that's more powerful than just Flickr even.
Yeah, Flickr works. I had a picture up there and it got licensed.
Oh yeah?
Used by someone.
Would you like to show that to everyone?
It was a picture of a tiger at Brookfield Zoo, and they were putting together places in Chicago map, and they asked to use that picture.
Nice.
Yeah, unpunished.
Which, you know what, you are, and if people are giving proper attribution, you could go and see who's used your picture. But not everyone does, and it is still a more complicated process. Okay, so Megan said she went to that searchcreativecommons.org, and you can search right here, and it's a meta search engine, so it will search all these different things. So there's Google Images, Wikimedia Commons, there's SoundCloud, YouTube. So we got some videos as well as sound clips as well as images all on there at once. So if I took Bruce's here and did telescope here, and I forgot to unclick the, let me go back one because, oop. There are some boxes here that are important. I did not unclick the use for commercial purposes, so I need to because I'll get a lot more stuff that way. And then modify, adapt, or build upon. Bruce doesn't want to modify it, so I'm just gonna search it that way, and I should get a lot more. Hopefully, searching. Okay, so I got In a Groove by Copperhead, which it looks like is a song. And it tells you underneath here that media, remix, playback, video. So I've got some very different things. It's like a telescope into the, I don't even know. This is where you need to be careful too if you're working with younger students. You need to be sure that you are previewing this information. So I did not have the search creativecommons.org. I have the ones that I'm a little more used to searching, but those are also searched through this. So I would recommend that you explore it before you have students explore it. But specifically, and I will not take you to see it right now, I'll have you do that on your own, but Flickr, when you go to that, you can search by Creative Commons as well, and then as you copy it, it gives you the copy and paste code to be able to embed it with the Creative Commons license already there. So when you upload, so Wes, how hard was it to license your image, Creative Commons license your image on there?
Didn't do any of it. I just uploaded my pictures there because I was sharing them, and I was contacted by the person I wanted to use them.
Gotcha. So they followed protocol and said, there's no license on here, so I want to contact this person and make sure. When I upload things to Thingiverse, there's a box that I check to say, yes, everybody can use it. No, they can't use it for money. Yes, they can make changes to it as long as they also share theirs with everybody else. Check, and it does everything else for me. So more and more interfaces are making it easy to do.
Lisa, what happens if you modify a work so extensively that there's absolutely no way that the originator could see his or her original work within it?
So there's no more echo of their
Well,
work.
yeah, let me give you an example of this. I needed a picture of a sine wave I wanted to put on my website. Now, certainly that's not a unique idea, but I was just too lazy to install Mathematica or something.
No, you weren't too lazy. You were being resourceful and using your time wisely. Why should you
I like
create
that explanation better.
It's true though. Your mind can do so much more instead of creating that and somebody else has.
So what I did is I took a lot of the other extraneous elements out of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I changed the color. I added my own grid lines. And there would be absolutely no way the originator would know that was his or her original sine wave. So do I have to worry about attribution even with something like that where they really could never tell that it was theirs?
So there used to be some laws, and I'm not sure if they're still there. They probably are because it's hard to change laws about the percentage of pixels that are changed and the way that images are modified. That then it's no longer considered the original creator's work. It is then your work.
It was more like the original was more like a guide or
Like a
tracing.
template almost.
Yeah, template, right.
Yeah. So if you were my student, I would say you and I need to look that up together.
Okay.
Or I would say you need to look that up. Or I would say let's just err on the side of caution and go ahead and give attribution. And then because of the way Creative Commons works, you have to then give rights to everybody else to be able to use it as well because
Oh,
it's
I see.
share alike. So if you use someone else's stuff under share alike, then you need to share yours also.
Gotcha. That's only
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, absolutely. But do you see how much easier your life is that you didn't have to go and open up
Oh, I know.
Matejka and model that, or even own that software
Yes.
to be able to create it? That's the whole idea. Is that if we're if we're innovating on other people's work, then we're going to go further as a society, as a world. Than if we had to start from scratch every time. If every time we wanted to go get a car, we had to first carve out the wheels ourselves, then that's going to make life slow down a lot.
Indeed.
Right? But we still want to be good people, good tech citizens, and give that attribution along the way. Great question, thank you.
Thank you.